Hello there, it is your friend Phil here, project management trainer and coach. I hope you are awesome today, and I hope you are still on the journey to getting PMP certified. This MP3 is purposely for my students who have signed up to the learning management system, just to touch base with you, find out how your studying is coming along, and also to learn if there are any questions regarding PMP exam prep, the Pmp guide, the formulas, or anything general towards your success. Now, this is from my PMP Exam Drive Time series, which means you are going to be hearing a little bit of background noise because I am on the move. You see, as I get on the move for my daily work, my chores, my business, one of the things I try to do is stay productive and to stay in the zone. So when I'm going training, I'm listening to content, I'm writing books on planes, I am reading books on planes, and I'm keeping all round engaged, fully immersed. And that's what I would like you guys to consider. As you embark on this journey, you have to be 100% all in, 100% committed to the cause. That is why a number of folks have not been able to finalize this journey, because they are not all in. I want to encourage you, be all in. Put everything that you have into this. Make this your number one priority so that you can get it done as expediently as possible. You don't want this to keep hanging over your head for months on end. You know, some folks have been on the journey for just a week. Some have been on the journey for just a month. And some have been on the journey for a full 1 year. The more all in you are, the quicker you are going to get this done. You see? So I really want to encourage you. Be all in. 100%. What does being all in look like? Being all in means this is your number one obsession. You are totally obsessed until you accomplish your goal. And you can apply this to any certification or any endeavor. All in. Now, being all in does not necessarily mean you don't have a life. Being all in does not mean you don't have other things that need to be done. Of course you have other things to be done. Of course there are other things for you to do. But being all in requires that you be all in for a certain period of time until you get this done. It's not going to be forever. But for a particular period of time, just stay in the zone. Be totally committed and you will get this done. The problem I see with certain students is being all in just for a tiny little piece of time, and before you know it, they're back to not studying. They're back to not thinking of this stuff. They're back to not writing and taking notes. If you really want to get this done, this cannot be a weekend fad, folks. It cannot be what you concentrate on when it's convenient. You have to force yourself to be in this zone. And the more you do this, the quicker, trust me, the quicker it will be for you to get off the PMP bus. But as long as you keep putting it on the back burner for days, maybe you studied on Saturday and studied a bit on Sunday, Monday comes and hits you off the horse, and you stay down. That's not how it's supposed to be, folks. You can't afford to study that way because it will never get done. You see? So I want you to make a commitment right now to letting the PMP exam journey be your number one goal. After all the more important things, the higher things, that we aspire to do in life, of course, you got your number one human responsibilities as a father, mother, child, a relative. Yeah, all those things I totally understand. But outside of those core things, outside of whatever might be undeniably number one human priorities for you, I want you to make the PMP the next. So what would that look like? Let me give you an idea. So on your way to work, what are you listening to? What are you listening to? When you get home, or let's say on your way back home, what are you listening to? What are you watching? See? If you are not listening to PMP related stuff, audio, video, you're not obsessed. You're not. If you're watching or listening to anything other than PMP related content, when you've got downtime, such as on your way to work, on your way back from work, and chill time at home, you're not obsessed yet. You might be getting a little bit in, but you're not fully in. I'm talking about every day because that's what I did. I'm not telling you to do something I didn't do. I'm telling you to do what I did to get my results. I woke up every morning and immediately began listening to Pembroke Dogma. Not even half interesting as your friend Phil, but boring, repetitive stuff. A voice talent reading the same thing. It was a 2-hour disc, and she would read it and it would stop and start again. And that's what I did ad nauseum, day in, day out for months. That's how the definitions stuck in my head. Even up till today, some of those definitions are still stuck in my head because I was so obsessed with getting certified. Listening every single opportunity. The definitions stuck. And they will stick. So I want to encourage you to listen to audio. Listen to audio regarding the PMP exam. I've put out quite a few audio CDs for you. I've put out the audio digest. And if you haven't gotten it, it's something to think about. It's an investment in you getting this done. But when you get it done, my goodness, getting it done brings a huge relief over you to start with. And secondly, it's a status that no one can take away from you. Seriously, think about that. As long as you keep up your PDUs and you behave the way the PMI wants you to, following the code of ethics, no one's going to take that thing away from you. It's yours for life. It's yours. It's a huge stamp. It's a huge accomplishment. Massive accomplishment. And when you take the PMP certification, because of its prestige and its reputation out there in the marketplace, when you take that coupled with experience, such as experience you have, because you do need experience to even take the thing, 3 years of experience at a minimum. But when you couple that with experience, and some of you that have even more than 3 years of experience, and you couple that with the pragmatism of being in the trenches of project management, wow, you will be larger than life itself in that interview, in that boardroom, in that position, on that field, as that commander, as that military expert, or whatever your job might be. The PMP exam certification has a massive reputation. Massive. These days, people don't even want to consider. You say you're a logistics expert, you ain't got PMP. People just shake their head and say, no, you're not quite there. You're not quite ready. And I mean, you can actually present like degrees, present master's degrees and MBAs. It is not the same thing, my friends. It is not. Having a master's degree did not get me into the doors of major firms in the United States. But I'll tell you what did. Being a PMP did. Being able to speak the language of the PMBOK guy did. It wasn't my master's degree that did that. So let's get real. I know for some people who've been in jobs for like ages, they might feel, oh yeah, I've been in this career for 100 years and no one's going to take it away from me. You'll be surprised what could happen in the blink of an eye. There was a VP I trained and she felt she wasn't going to pursue the PMP because it was a waste of time since she was already one of the higher ups. But in a couple of months, that position went away in a reorg and she had to redefine herself. That's when she thought about the PMP again. So I'm not saying this happens to everyone, but what I do want you to think about is the importance of getting certified. Get certified, okay? Let's do this thing. You already started it, so let's finish it. Don't give me any excuses. Namby-pamby excuses are not welcome. Let's get this done. I know some of you have had like family events and like huge life-changing events, and I totally understand that. But let's get back on the bandwagon. Some of you were sent out for training with me. You finished the training, but you didn't finish the mock exam. You didn't finish the quizzes. You need to go back, dust yourself up, start again. Let's get this done. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Don't say, I don't think this is much good. Your company paid for it. You paid for it. You spent hours with me. Why wouldn't you bring it to a close? All right? For those of you who've been working on it and you've got an end date in mind, I wish you all the best. I'm here for you. Hey, don't take your exam without having the one-on-one meeting with me. Because if you've ever signed up for the LMS, even if you are not on the LMS right now, if once upon a time you signed up for the learning management system, you need to have a one-on-one meeting with me. 15-minute meeting, that's all it takes. All right? Don't take the exam before we talk. Let's talk. Let me kick those tires and ask you a few questions and make sure you are truly, truly ready to go in and face the beast. All right? It's your friend Phil here, keeping it real and just trying to help. I look forward to hearing from you and hearing about your success soon. Take care and bye for now.